Hey, how the devil are you? Okay, so over the last few months I've put together a little system for myself. Nothing spectacular. I bought 2.1 active speakers and an LP3 Audio-Technica turntable, which is great. I'm loving it, getting back into records again, really enjoying it. However, when it comes to late in the evening, you know, I want to play my records, but I want to listen to them on a bit of volume. But the kids are in bed, crusty old neighbours complaining about the noise. It's too noisy. So I've got to keep the volume down, and I'm like this. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Listen to the detail in that. Oh, nah. So I thought it'd be good if I could get some headphones for it. So my first idea was this, which was a schoolboy error, was to get some RCA connectors and an RCA lead 3.5mm adapter. Plug that into that, like that, plug the RCAs in that, and then bam, put my headphones in that. No, okay, it wasn't very good at all. The gain wasn't enough from the preamp, just wasn't loud enough, and it was very, very quiet. I may as well not be using the headphones, pointless really. So, my next idea was to buy a headphone amp, but here's the problem. If you're using it with a turntable, you're going to need it to have RIAA equalization. Without RIAA equalization, it's not going to sound too good. So you really need that built into your amplifier. So then I thought I'll just buy a cheap preamp with a headphone socket, which I found. So I found a cheap, I'll say cheap, it's 50 quid, it's cheap for what it is. You know, it's a budget one really, but it's got everything I need in it. It's got RIAA equalization, it's got a headphone socket, a volume. There's no equalization on it as such with the bass and treble or anything like that, just straight volume. It's got input, output, everything I need. So I thought, great, I'll use that, I can plug it in to my headphones. And then I thought, well, I not just only want to plug it into my headphones, I'd rather have Bluetooth as well. So what I did, a few weeks or a week or so back possibly, I bought this little Bluetooth unit, and it's a transmitter and receiver. And this can plug straight into that amplifier and transmit to my Bluetooth headphones. Well, hey, everyone's a winner! Bam! I did a review of this in my last video, so I'll put a link here if you want to see that and the setup and how it works and everything, and a link below in the description box. But it's important that you do get something that transmits, not just receives, and most Bluetooth amplifiers only receive it, not many that transmit as well. So if it only receives, it can't transmit any Bluetooth to your headphones, so it's pointless, you've got to plug your headphones in again. So this solves my problem. And the good thing about this is no electricity going into it, it's all battery operated. It lasts 20 hours. Just charge it up and you're ready to go for 20 plus hours again. So let's get it all set up, but before we do, if you haven't subscribed yet, what? Come on, sort it out. Subscribe to the channel. In my next video, I'll be comparing the preamp I bought here and comparing it to the preamp I've got built into my turntable. So watch out for that, and if you haven't subscribed, you might miss it, so sort it. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so here's the preamp. It's only little, isn't it? Little teeny, it's only small. So yeah, it fits in the palm of my hand. So yeah, so on the back, we've got your input here, RCA cables. You've got your ground cable here, and I'll tell you why that's important in the next segment. Your power lead and your line out. On the front, you have moving magnet or moving coil. You just pop it in for moving coil, pop it out if you've got a moving magnet cartridge. You've got 3.5mm jack input for your headphones, your volume button just here. This tells you when it's on or off, just a little light there, and there's your power button there. Right, on the back of my Audio-Technica turntable, I can either have it line or phono. So when it's online, the preamp, built-in preamp is working. You can't have this preamp on when you're using another preamp. So I've got to turn that off. So all I do is flick it over to phono. And now I can use the preamp connected to this turntable. Okay, so now I've set the turntable to my phono, turned off the preamp. I can now use this amp. Very easy to set up. I stick in my ground cable. Now because you've got the preamp turned off in the turntable, you need to have this ground cable connected. Pop in my phono lead and plug it into the power. Simple as that. And you just flip it around, turn it on, and we should see the power light come on just there. Okay, so what did I think of it? Well, initially when I first put it in, was definitely loud, I give it that. The bass was there, treble was okay, decent sound, but the mids were really harsh, and I was like, oh, this is spoiling it for me a little bit. And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. So, and I have heard of people that's saying you need to run an amplifier in. And I'm like, well, that's debatable, but you know, for the sake of this video, I will run the amplifier in. So what I did was plug my phone in. So that that RCA to 3.5mm adapter actually came in handy. So I knew I should have bought it, and that's why I bought it. Foresight, you see. Right, so I plugged that into my phone, plugged it into the back of the amp, and I just played it through Amazon Music for about 5 hours straight to see if it can kind of, you know, wear in those capacitors. Did it work? Actually, it did work a little bit. It did sound better after running it in for about 5 hours. I was surprised actually that it worked. Look, was it a dramatic difference night and day? No, but it definitely was better. And it sounded okay. Yeah, it was decent. At least I can listen to my records now. The next step is to try it out with Bluetooth. Okay, so I've got my Bluetooth transmitter receiver. I've got the 3.5mm cable put in here. Now, I could plug this directly into the headphone cable, but seeing as I've got this adapter, I may as well just plug it into the RCA on the back. In the output. And then what I do then is turn it on to transmit and turn on my Bluetooth headphones. And it's connected. So let's try it out. And there you are. It worked. Was it audiophile quality? No. But it's decent enough to listen to your music, put on your records in the evening and enjoy them without having to have the volume down really, really low. I really enjoyed it. Now I can prance around the kitchen with my Bluetooth headphones on with no leads in the way, enjoying myself. So anyway, don't forget to look out for my next video when I see if this preamp is better than the built-in preamp on the LP3. I'll see you in the next video.